Welcome to Pointers in C. The topic is variables and memory concept, which is very important to understand pointers, how they function and how to manipulate pointers. Pointers is a feature specific to C programming. Most of C programming students find pointers a bit difficult. The methodology should be to divide and conquer, or simply learning pointers step by step, starting from the basic ideas of variables, memory and addresses, and from there moving on to advanced topics gradually. Let's start pointers in C with the very basics. When we declare a variable, it is just like int a. When a variable is declared, now we see here this is computer memory, and computer memory is divided into 1 byte each, and each byte has a memory address. So if we want to reach this byte, we will reach it with the help of this address. Otherwise the computer memory will have hundreds and millions of bytes, and it will be impossible to locate a value we store somewhere in memory. So address is needed to find something in the memory. Now when a variable a is declared, a block of memory is reserved, and when we assign 2 to a, that 2 is stored in that block. Int b similarly, and a block of memory is reserved for b, and its size here is 4 bytes. Why? Because the size of int data type is 4 bytes. That's why here a block of 4 bytes has been reserved for b on its declaration. And when we assign 5 to b, then 5 will be stored in that block of memory. If we write the program here and assign a is equal to 2, and another int b, and b is equal to 5, and yes, here is the memory, and now if we want to change the value and assign 9 to a, then instead of 2, 9 will be saved there, and 2 will be lost. We cannot get that. Similarly, if we assign 7 to b, the new value assigned to b will be stored in this block of memory, and the old value will be lost. This is how, when you declare a variable, a block of memory is reserved for that. When you assign a value to variable, that value is stored in that memory location, and when you assign a new value, then that new value is written there and the old value is lost. So if we assign a is equal to 9 and b is equal to 7, the previous values of these variables will be lost and new values will be written in that block of memory. And to read a variable, to find the value of a variable at a certain position, we can use printf function, and this is just simply reading the value stored in that memory location. Value of a is a, and if we run this program, we can get the value of a, and that is, of course, that should be 2. And yes, here it is, the value of a is 2. And similarly, we can declare another variable, assign a value to it, and can read the value with the help of print statement. Yes, now this is the output, and we can see value of a is 2 and b is 5. So this is how we declare a variable and then assign a value to it and read the value saved in that variable or at that memory location. Similarly, if we assign a new value 9 to a, just like here, and we assign a new value to b, that is 7 here, and at that instant these new values are assigned to these variables and the old value is lost. You can see here in the output window, you can see new value of a is 9 and new value of b is 7. So this is about memory concept of variables. When we declare a variable, a block of memory is reserved. When we assign a value, that value is stored at that memory location. That memory location is of a specific size depending on the type of data we are using, and we can read or get this value with the help of a variable a or any name we have given to a specific variable.